Welcome to the globe. It's silly, right? But anyway, I know. I should scale it. It's not to scale. Just want to go over some concepts that we have to deconstruct. The flat Earth changes a lot of thinking in a lot of people. Basically, what I've been thinking about and always known was this myth called progress. And this is one of the things that holds a lot of people back when they are on the fence about this. They know the globe thing is just suspicious, but so what? How does that prove the Earth is flat? I hear a lot of these arguments. What does that have to do with proving the Earth is flat? You need to understand the default understanding of any human on this planet is that the Earth is flat. It's not where we have to choose between a globe and a flat Earth as if they both hold equal weight or as if there was no default. It's like this is not that type of argument. Humans naturally understand that the Earth is flat. So this is all that argument that we can't look back to the people who knew the Earth was flat is based on this myth of progress. And this is what's holding people back because we believe in linear history and somehow we've reached the apex of history. But I just want to go over a quote here. And this is from a Western sociologist. But he says the ancient Chinese, Babylonian, Hindu, Greek, Roman, and most of the medieval thinkers supporting theories of rhythmical, cyclical, and trendless movements of social processes were much nearer to reality than the present proponents of the linear view. This is another concept that was drilled into us falsely, with this idea of a linear history. Everything is cyclical. Nothing in nature just keeps rising. Everything in nature is duality and it's a rise and a fall. So to think that these ancient guys were too stupid and foolish to know the world on which they lived is a little arrogant. It's a little too arrogant given the accomplishments they were able to make. So when we talk about the ancients, of course, a lot of times, especially on History Channel, what's popular here is they have a fondness for Egypt. And when we go over and study their cosmology or cosmography, I believe they call it, it's basically flat Earth. When envisioning the shape of the cosmos, the Egyptians saw the Earth as a flat expanse of land personified by the god Geb, over which arched the sky goddess Nut. And this is a picture, the sky goddess Nut, and this is Geb. Then you have the goddess of the air. Now, these goddesses and gods are not literal. They don't literally believe that they're actual people. These are personifications of energy. This is metaphysics. This is science. It's not religion. So this Shu, the god of air I showed you. Beneath the air lay a parallel underworld and undersky, and beyond the skies lay the infinite expanse of Nu, the chaos that existed before creation. Nu is the oceanic abyss of Nu, or Noon, as surrounding a bubble in which the sphere of life is encapsulated. So this is why you get the bolts. This is these waters that they're talking about. There is no outer space. The universe is not a vacuum. It's actually an ocean, but it's not typical H2O like we know it. It's actually it's a mysterious water, and it's a water that's impenetrable. And this is the proof that there are impenetrable waters. And again, this diver here, he lost his life in a crash shortly after this discovery. So this is the waters. I'm pretty sure this has a lot to do with the waters they're talking about. This is not oil, of course. So basically, he ran into the I believe this is sort of a peek into what we're talking about with these oceans, these waters. Now, when we get over to the Vedic cosmology, remember, like I said, these are not, some of these are personas, but these are not necessarily gods of worship. They're representing energies, and a lot of the higher energies are aware. To assume that these higher energies are not aware as us, is a little arrogant also. Basically, they're just personifying energies. But I wanted to show this because this is an ocean. The universe is an ocean. Or let's say universes exist within cosmic waters or ocean. And another fact I want to point up here with this artist, who's one of these modern apologists, this is a phenomenon that we always get. Even the modern ones who study this ancient material try to superimpose this globular model onto the ancient wisdom, but of course, they have flat earth cosmology all the way. These were planes. These are planes, not planets. These are higher and lower planes, not higher and lower planets. That doesn't even make sense. From gross to subtle and gross to subtle. We're talking about planes here. So this artist, of course, was trying to make sure he could fit in with the modern cosmology when it was unnecessary to do so. As it's quoted here, the modern world, which rejects the concept of Meru. Some Western educated Hindus and Buddhists who accept modern astronomy try to explain this away by equating Meru with the axis of a globe and thereby dismiss or de-emphasize precisely those very sacred beliefs of their ancient ones which happen to be true. So this is a social phenomenon where everybody is trying to fit in, because who has the confidence, until recently, to just come out and say that they were right about the earth being flat? A lot of people are not willing to do that. So, talk about Meru, they're talking about the mountain at the North Pole. This is also on the Mercator map. So I believe this was done in the Middle Ages, I believe. But this is what he mapped out, the magnetic mountain at the center of the Earth. So this is correspondence I'm doing. This cross cultures. They all speak of flat Earth. And this magnetic mountain at the center. So when we talk about the ancients, like the Egyptians, flat Earth, arch dome, whatever you want to call it, as far as our plane goes, is kind of enclosed. You're talking about same people who built these structures which they admire. I know growing up, they always had an Egyptian documentary or something to admire the ancient civilizations and builders. Yet we're supposed to turn around and then laugh at their understanding of the plane they lived on, as if they were too foolish to do that. But we're genius enough to build these. That's an oxymoron. And they know it. It's all flat earth. You would never build pyramids on a spinning ball. This is the Mayan cosmology, of course, and you see the waters, which are actually not blue. They're actually more black, like what I showed in the diver had encountered. But this makes more sense that these spheres, which encapsulate the planes, are within these this ocean, this primordial ocean. This is some Incan structure. So just to show that, and of course, the flat land, the horizon, just to show, we can't say they built these amazing structures, but they were too stupid to know the world on which they built them. That's absurd. You would never build pyramids on a spinning ball anyway. That would make no sense. This is Angkor Wat, Just look at the expanse. Of course, it's flat as far as the eye can see. And these are the ancients. They would not build these on spinning balls, of course, because no one ever lived on a spinning ball to begin with. This is the Babylonian cosmology, and they have the axis, the mountain at the center also. So this is correspondence. You don't have to attach to any one religion. We're just getting out the wisdom and knowledge from these cultures because it's definitely there. It's definitely there. And this is where all the people who refuse to accept the flat earth and still believe in the globe, they go to hell. Just kidding. But basically, this is what we're looking at. This corresponds through every culture. Plains, flat earth, oceans, they all speak of waters. All of them. None of them say anything about a globe. These builders who we're supposed to respect as builders, but look at as fools when it comes to cosmology. But the proof is in the demonstration. So let's see how it would be if we were living on a globe. Ridiculous. And could you imagine if this thing was spinning?